We've seen David Davis and Michel Barnier deliver their the latest round of negotiations today. The sticking point does seem to be, as you touched on there, basically until we give them shed loads of cash, we're not going to be in a position to come up with a kind of working trade deal. And so we're not making much progress from an outsider's perspective looking in. And is that a concern for you? Should Britain be a bit worried by that, do you think?
Well, look, the United Kingdom has handed over somewhere in the region of 210 or 220 billion pounds to the European Union since we joined. It's been an extraordinarily generous, one of the only two net contributors to the budget. We've talked about this extensively. I think the British have played an incredible role in Europe over the last 50 years. Obviously, during the Second World War and immediately after the Second World War, in the support that we have given to the European Union. And I personally am very, very disappointed that Barnier and the Commission are treating us in this way. A country that has divulged itself of hundreds of billions of pounds for the whole concept of supporting the rest of the continent. We know that we're a major military power. We know that we are a major economic power. With that comes responsibility, a responsibility peculiar to a handful of nations. But we have fulfilled that responsibility in spades, in spades. And I think most British people realise just how generous we've been as a country. This is why the way in which the negotiations are going, I think, are tipping a lot of Remainers into the Brexit camp. We had Boris Johnson's father, I think, writing about this to say that he was a staunch Remainer. And yet the way in which Monsieur Juncker and Monsieur Barnier are treating us in the rather, in the rather heavy-handed way and showing a certain degree of exasperation and contempt for the British position, I think is astounding. And I think it's making even the Remainers realise, you know what, in reality, maybe this isn't the right club for us to be involved in when they treat us and our concerns in such a flippant way. I don't think we have brought to the table anything which is ludicrous or actually irresponsible. I think that the government is actually trying to negotiate in a very painstaking, methodical but fair way a sensible approach for both entities to thrive and trying to focus on trade. It's in their interests to treat us with a certain degree of mutual respect because we are going to be one of their largest customers.